Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Spicy Coding Academy, where I take you through JavaScript algorithms and data structures, and we're picking up right where we left off. Use the ParseInt function with the radix. Now, essentially what this little function does right here is it parses a string and returns an integer. And all that's saying is something that looks like this within the quotation marks, within these little suckers, is actually considered a string by your computer. So we have to use this little handy-dandy function to turn this string into an actual integer. So it says down here that there are two parts to the ParseInt function. The radix can be an integer between 2 and 36, and then the string that you want to change into an integer. The radix is essentially saying what base system do you want it to be. So for example, I'll give you two examples. There's the binary system, and then there is our normal 10 system. So binary is anything where it's essentially zeros and one. The 10 base system is anything that stops at 10 before it carries over. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once it hits 10, then it carries over and it changes to 11. And so these are base systems. These are the two most popular base systems. There's others, but they're less popular for multiple reasons. Anyway, so knowing that, it wants us to use parseInt in the convert to integer function, so it converts a binary number to an integer and returns it. So what are we gonna do? Okay, pretend like this wasn't even here. Let's code it together. Return, because it wants us to return it, right? And then it wants us to use the parseInt function. And then what are we popping in here? Well, there's only one thing. So, boom, look at that. And what happens when we do this? Uh-oh. Wait, we didn't read everything we're supposed to do. Convert a binary number to an integer. So we want to make this binary. So in order to make it binary, we need a radix that is 2. And then boom. All right, and then that is, we're going to go forward, because essentially the one that was before this that I was supposed to do is even easier. It's just return parseInt string. So going forward, saving time. Look at us, making it simple, making it fast, making it quick, making it last. All right, pretend like you did not see that, okay? So for this one, conditional operator is called a ternary operator. This is a nice one-liner for people who not only like one-liner jokes, but also condensing this into this. So over here we got this function check equal, all right? And we want to get rid of all these unnecessary brackets and reduce it so it looks nice and like a little snack. Everyone likes a little snack from time to time, right? So that's what we're gonna do. And as you can see, if we look at this function, find greater, it's describing what the function is doing, passing in two arguments, a and b, to be used within the function. If a is greater than b, return a is greater. Else, return b is greater or equal. And see how we didn't need to define the else? It's just the opposite. If this doesn't work out, well, the opposite is return the opposite. So now this can be operated and written as return a is greater than b, question mark, a is greater, return a is greater, else return b is greater or equal. So see how it takes all this unnecessary junk in the trunk and gets rid of it? So now it says use the conditional operator in the check equal function to check if two numbers are equal or not. So a little hint as you're doing this along, because it's great to get the practice. What are we doing? We're not checking for greater. We're not checking for less than. We're checking for equal. So the function should return either the string equal or the string not equal. So this string is equivalent to this, because remember, it is within quotations. So if we go over here, we use tab because it makes it look nice and professional. And we pass in a and b. So we're going to do a equal b question mark, because we want to ask. We want to know and we want to ask. The first condition, is it equal? And then the second condition with the colon is, okay, if it's not this, it's got to be this. And then we end with a nice, brilliant little semicolon. All right, everybody, that is today's coding. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button. If you want more of us, join our little tiny cohort, because we not only do exercises like this, but we do trivia, icebreakers, games, and we code a bunch of cool projects together. We not only code, we also laugh. So if this is something that you're liking, check us out, codingspazz.com. All right, have a wonderful rest of the night. Adios.